Hi, and welcome to another episode of our agency podcast. My name is Elizabeth Moore. I'm the Foster Care and Community Engagement Coordinator. And here with me today, I have a couple of guests from the YMCA. So I know, like Carrie, we were talking to you first, but I'm going to go ahead just because the way it's all laid out for me, it makes sense to ask Nicole. Will you go ahead and introduce yourself?
So I'm Nicole Brown. I'm the program manager, and I manage school-age childcare, the before and after and all-day program, as well as youth sports, martial arts, tumbling, and we usually would have birthday parties, parents' night out, and we also have summer camp.
All right. And Carrie?
That's all she does.
That's all.
That's it, huh?
I am the Director of Relationships, which is a lot of different things. I am in charge of membership, marketing, Child Watch, social media, and I am Nicole's boss now, so I'm head of our whole child care.
All right. So you guys, it sounds like at the YMCA are wearing a lot of hats out there.
Definitely. Like I said, I never know. Day to day, there might just be something else that comes up, and we just take care of it.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
We're here for anyone in the community and everyone here, so it works out well.
Well, what a great way to kind of segue then into our next question. What do you guys do to serve the community?
Well, let me start back, like just an overview of when the pandemic hit. We stepped up and we offered childcare here for parents and for others that couldn't, that needed a place when the whole state was shut down, but they still had to work, the frontline people. And Nicole, you can step in and help me at any time. So we offered the pandemic childcare for the whole summer. And then because the schools were closed down, we kind of went right into summer camp.
Mm-hmm.
But because schools were having some learning issues, we worked with the schools to help with the summer programming education-wise and camp-wise.
Mm-hmm.
And then that kind of carried into the fall to where we knew a lot of preschools were closing and weren't able to open.
That's right.
So we started offering childcare. Before we only had part-time preschool. So now we offer all day.
Mm-hmm.
So we still have a learning portion in our preschool, but we also, it's a place for parents to bring their kids all day to for the childcare.
Mm-hmm.
And then when the city schools opened back up hybrid, we have offered city schools and county schools a place for them to bring their kids during the week, where we can, another safe place for them where they do their work here, but we have other activities.
Mm-hmm.
And we serve over 70 kids or more this last year, and half of them through financial assistance. So we do a lot of things with kids for financial.
Yeah.
Off the top of your head, and maybe it's unfair to ask you this question, but just relatively, about how many kids were you serving before the pandemic hit compared to now?
Nicole, do you know that specific?
I don't know specifically, but I would say a lot less. Like, we're serving a lot more kids now than we ever have. And as far as on the side of the financial, where you're talking about what we offer, that's our in-house, but we recently became Step Up to Quality rated, so we can now offer publicly funded childcare. So we're working on getting all the things in place so we can start that up. We're excited to offer that for Marion.
Yeah, that's great. That's phenomenal. In fact,
because like half of our kids that are coming here, over 70, probably half of 70 that we offer financial, half of them are through childcare.
Yeah,
so
that's great.
That was a big step that Nicole and her staff got together for the Step Up to Quality. So we're really excited to get that going.
Yes, very excited.
So I feel like we kind of jumped over some stuff. When you guys introduced yourselves, you talked a little bit about your roles. And obviously you guys wear a lot of hats. So would you be able to maybe talk a little bit specifically about maybe if there is like a main role, like what that entails?
Well, for me, it is pretty much everything. I mean, I'm putting out a lot of fires, I think, throughout the day. For my member service staff, I support them, and our members are our number one, support. So for me, it's helping them. They're my front line. They're the ones that deal with all the questions, everything that comes up. So, I'm right outside of where they are. So any fires that come up, that's probably my main thing. But then also the childcare. I try to be a good support with the preschool and SAC, that we have so many kids with diverse backgrounds and with so many different things that they're coming in here that, we just all try to step up and take care of that. So it is a constant, I need help in here. Can you come help me? And that's the good part about being here. We all work so close together as a team that we do cross over in all our different roles. Nicole, you can speak on that a little.
I know it seems odd to start from this position, but I will say that if you know the history of the YMCA, is that they started as an outreach during wartime, and they just went to the soldiers and said, what can we provide you? It wasn't, well, this is what we're providing. We're making blankets and here are your blankets. It's, what do you need? And when they came to them with a new request, such as, we need paper and pens, we want to write home, then they did whatever they could to get paper and pens. So that's really, that's my mantra, is to, whatever the community needs, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make it happen.
And that's why a lot of us are involved in a lot of different outside community activities, so that we can be in touch of, we want to be that go-to place and help as much as we can. It's been a little different with the pandemic, but we're doing the best we can. So.
That's cool. So how do people get involved in either services at their Y, or if they wanted to be a part of like some of those programs that you're talking about and serving the community? How does that work?
Well, for right now, are you talking about like volunteers or?
Okay, do you guys have volunteers?
Right at this point, we don't, because of the pandemic, but we would normally, because we also would do, a Healthy Kids Day, which we don't know how that's going to look. We had to cancel it last year.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
We have things free for all the kids and families during that. Or, we always tried to have a 5K or a 10K. We always need volunteers. We had to cancel that. So a lot of those things are pandemic related, but we're trying to get back into that. Right? Or did you want to say something, Nicole?
Yeah, the youth sports volunteers. So we will need those in April. We will need those.
We are getting able to bring back our youth soccer for spring.
Yep.
So we need coaches.
Yes.
We need them to contact.
We can't run without them.
We don't have enough staff, as you can tell, since we do wear all our hats. We really need, parents or anyone to come and step up for that.
The requirements for what you want for volunteers, are those available on the website?
Not at this point. For a volunteer, for the soccer, they would need to contact Nicole, and she can, she likes to talk to them one-on-one and in person to really let them know what they're getting involved in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because if we do have just that stuff on the website, it doesn't really talk about everything, and then they might sign up, and we want them to really hear from somebody firsthand.
I just like building the relationship too. I get really close with all my coaches. They become part of a family to me, the youth sports families. So.
Awesome. Okay, so what if I am a parent who wants my kid to be involved in some of those sports programs?
You can sign up online, or you can come in and sign up. We have paper registrations at the front desk.
Okay.
It's open to members and non-members, so you don't have to be a member here for your kid to play sports. Martial arts is going on right now until the end or middle of March. And then I'm currently in process of hiring a new tumbling instructor, so I'm really excited to bring that back. And then, yeah, soccer registration just opened. There's an early bird discount, about $10 off, right?
Correct.
So.
Great.
So right now, the best way is either to, if they want to stop in, they can stop in and our member service center has information. They can go online at www.marionymca.org or any of that youth stuff, our contact information's on there if they want to reach directly out to like Nicole or myself.
Okay.
And on our Facebook page and Instagram and Twitter. So
yep.
We'll get all the information in the description too.
Yeah.
So it'll be easy to link for everybody.
Right.
Yeah.
And then if I'm a parent who wants to get my kids enrolled in any of those child care services, how does that look?
It's probably similar. They can come on right now with our preschool. We have a waiting list because it's so full, but they get on that, and then our lead teacher would reach out to them and talk to them about, getting them into the program. But again, all that information, they can call in, get on that list. They can come in, pick up information, go to our website, and all the information is out there. And the same with our SAC program, Nicole, right?
Yeah. So if somebody tried to register online, I would get an email and I would reach out to that person because we automatically waitlist everybody. That way that I can touch base with them and see what their needs are, because we have so many different programs. I need to see where they fit in. So it could be a before school, after school, or the all-day program. For the before and after school, we currently only serve Pleasant, George Washington, and Benjamin Harrison. So that we would like to expand that, but we're looking at those options.
That's probably pretty restricted right now.
Yeah.
The before and after school is because of the buses also.
Yeah.
The bus pickup. So the parents will drop them off here, and then the buses pick them up and take them to school.
Yep.
And then they bring them back here after, and we watch them until their parents pick them up.
Yep.
Great.
Yep.
That sounds like a really good resource. And all of those things, are those all available with financial assistance also?
Yeah, so you can even go and apply for child care assistance through Job and Family Services. It's publicly funded child care. You can apply there and list the YMCA as your provider, and then touch base with me, and we'll coordinate the effort to get your child, enrolled. And if you don't qualify for publicly funded, we also still have our in-house financial aid, financial assistance, which has we use different standards for calculating that aid. So I think we're more, I don't know if lenient's the right word, but we really are here for the community. We really offer like scholarships for a wide range of wage ranges. So.
And it's not just for children, it's families we support. It's active older adults. They want to apply for financial assistance on a sliding scale basis. So we look at the income, and then it depends on that to help them.
Now, we talk a lot about partnerships in the community and collaborating. How do you guys fund some of that scholarships, like the family ones?
The scholarships, we do an annual campaign every year.
Okay.
So we'll be kicking that off again in April. So that's like last year we had to do, it wasn't as good because of the pandemic, but we're going to do a lot of it virtually again this year. But we have our board works with us. We have members. We reach out and get volunteers for that too. So if someone wants to help with our campaign right now, they can contact me and I can get them on a team. And then they reach out to people in the community, and we give them, all of our bulleted points to let them know everything that we help with programs here, for family programs, for youth sports, for arthritis. We have Parkinson's disease. We have, so many programs here that I don't think people are even aware of that we do. And if it isn't for the community helping us during this annual campaign, donate their money, we wouldn't be able to probably provide a lot of that being a nonprofit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that part probably gets lost on a lot of people, including myself, that the YMCA is a nonprofit organization.
Correct. You know, a lot of people say, oh, you're so expensive, you know, and we're like, no, we aren't really. And, you know, we let everyone know that if they need assistance, you can apply for that. I mean, it reaches a pretty high number of an income.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and even if they aren't, you know, they can always bring in paperwork and we give them a discount off of all of our different programs.
Mm-hmm.
Is the information for the financial assistance also online?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. We'll get that linked in here also. Do either of you guys have anything else that you'd like to add? I really appreciate all of the information that you've given us so far, but if either of you have anything that you think would be helpful to anyone who's watching, whether a parent, a community partner, even maybe some of our older kids, if they're out there watching.
Yeah. So I know we wanted to touch base on summer camp a little bit, and that's we're gearing up our plans for that. And there will, I think this is through the Marion City Schools, where we're going to add the component of the extra educational help there, that they have to qualify through Marion City Schools. And then summer camp is really fun, and it runs from 6:45 a.m. to 6 p.m. So if people are needing childcare in the summer, that could be an option. And then we go field trips every Tuesday. We go to Lincoln Park Pool on Fridays. This is pre-COVID times, so it might change if we have to adhere to COVID protocols again. But no matter what, we're always having fun. We're always have lots of things for the kids to do.
Yeah, you guys provided services last summer to the community.
Yeah, we did it in a little different way because of the pandemic. We just had smaller groups. We made sure that they wore masks, we social distanced to be safe, but we still tried to, you know, do the best we could for camp.
Great.
This year, we're hoping some of those restrictions will be lifted so we can, you know, help more. And with the Marion City Schools, we're adding another portion there. They're trying to get more academic for their kids, and then we're adding like elementary kids to help them here. And we try to do a little perk for the ones in middle school. They're really helping. If they go and they attend some of those, we do offer a free 6th grade membership for kids going into the 6th grade here. A lot of people might not be aware of that. A lot of people have taken advantage of it this year because of the pandemic, but we just thought that was a good time. You know, that's a big transition from going to 6th grade to middle school. So maybe getting in here, you know, learning some social skills, getting around kids, you know, that's something, you know, they don't have to go to the camp, but we offer that all year long. And that again is on our website.
Awesome. Fantastic.
So that's a community thing that we've worked with to try to, you know, offer that, what we think is really important.
Great. Well, if there's nothing else, if you have ever watched an episode of my podcast, I like to ask an unprompted question. Which in some ways, I feel like, unfortunately for you guys, I have done a lot of that anyway. So you have both handled it extremely well. But what I'll do is I'll ask you the question, I'll talk to everybody for a minute, and then we'll come back and get your guys' answer. So it gives you a second to think about it. But I'd really like to hear from both of you, because I don't know either of you extremely well, but I think you have both been at the Y for a long time. And I feel like maybe you've both touched a little bit on this already, but if we could have just a little bit more about what it is that gives you the passion and the direction to be at the Y and serve the community in that capacity. So we will have all that information linked in the description of this video that says, man, there's some great stuff. The financial assistance, the 6th grade membership for free. If you have any interest in any of the kids programming that they've talked about, we'll have everything that we can. We'll get that all linked in the description as far as the website goes, phone numbers, contact, any information that we can think of. We'll get it put in there so that you have easy access to that. And just check out their website, see what they've got going on. It sounds like there's something for everyone of every age and something for every household in the community. So great stuff happening over at our friends at the YMCA. So Carrie, why don't you go ahead and start this time? What is it that gives you that passion to be at the Y and serve the community there?
Well, when I first started here part-time, I was an instructor, and then I came in full-time. So for me at that point, it was empowering and getting that in people in my class to feel more confident and just see them, you know, really like, you know, build in not only health, but their, you know, our relationships. And that's pretty much for me here, not only working with the staff and getting those connections, but seeing members here every day and seeing how they grow and seeing all the different types of people that come here. And, you know, for me, that makes me and my job worthwhile coming in here between kids and older adults. It's just, it's a great place to see that.
That's awesome. Thank you. Nicole.
So I'm currently working on my bachelor's in social work, and I have a lot of passion for the field, and I do feel like what we do here, as strange as it seems, why would somebody with a social work degree work at a gym? But what we do here is what we do here is social work, and I have a lot of passion for the community of Marion. My husband was been born and raised here his whole entire life, and just hearing the stories about growing up in Marion has inspired me to be a person who's pushing for change and building up Marion and making it better and making those programs that Marion needs. So
great. I can really respect and appreciate all of that as a social worker, especially. Yeah. Well, ladies, I thank you so much for your time. If you have any questions, if you have any ideas for future episodes of our podcast, I'll have my information down below and probably also linked in the description. And as always, have a great week.